Recap Lunch Hour. It's Tuesday. You can't quit me. I can't quit you. Yeah, I'm here. It's Guff. It's the Recap Lunch Hour. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations nearest you. Order it out, hooters.com. Have it delivered straight to your office, your door. Maybe you slide by, you pick it up after work. I'm not driving. We're parked. It's okay. I did tell you the rest of the week I am going to be gone. I will be gone, but I was able to get the lunch hour in with my people today. Let's go. Let's go. My guy, Lip Ripper, finally made it back to the Sunshine State. Thank you for the sticker going on the beard koozie. You got it. Lip, most importantly, man, I hope everything's going well with you and the fam and that you're back. And thanks for being on the show. Missed you the last couple days when I was giving some bets of the day. But, of course, for those of you who do chime in for the bet of the day, we have plenty to go. A lot going on. I know Phil is really having a tough time with eating his crow because they couldn't beat Ohio State. It doesn't matter if they beat Ohio State unless you win the natty. Done deal. The Indiana Hoosiers come back to beat Miami 27-21 in what I believe is the greatest turnaround in sports history. I really do. When you're the second worst doormat college football team of all time, and then you do 16-0, and what Cignetti's done in 2 years, it's an all-time event. And then Jonathan Toews returns to the United Center. Caleb Williams and our guy, PCA, look on. It's one of the coolest things that I saw last night. That 5-minute ovation that Jonathan Toews had at the United Center was absolutely incredible. Okay? Not to be outdone, QB1 and PCA were sitting ice side. And then in the locker room after the game, this team photo, PCA, a bunch of members of the Hawks. I thought it was cool. Caleb was wearing a Connor Bedard jersey and had it signed by Connor Bedard after the game. So just a really cool moment, one of those iconic moments for those who were there, wishing Jonathan Toews a happy return to the United Center for the very first time. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pablo says a lot of people say they're committed, but this man's super committed. On the run from the law, still able to deliver us the show. Just kidding. Thank you for taking time. You're the best. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Guff. You never disappoint us. You the man. Michael, after watching the film, it's clear what the problem is. 3 picks and trying to force us a long play on 2nd and 8. Clearly, Michael's going to be one of these Tyson Bagent guys. That's clearly the problem. I mean, okay, whatever. What's up, Supreme Productions? Hell of a season for the Hoosiers. Respect. Cignetti is the real deal. I need Phil Knight to open the checkbook for Nike University, Oregon, so my Ducks can be champs already. For those of you who are members, and plenty of you are, and if you would like to be a member, that's how you do it right there. Join on any of our videos and go from there. This is awesome. Becky, this is so fitting. Mom and I had Cracker Barrel for breakfast. I am sitting in the parking lot of a Cracker Barrel. If I never had Cracker Barrel again, I'd be just fine. I would be. I would never go again. My wife has a soft spot. And because she was driving while I was prepping for the show, she made the call for where we were going for lunch. So, Becky, like you and your mom for breakfast, I'm about to indulge in a little Cracker Barrel myself. How about that for timing? And I wanted to bring up this Phil comment. I'm jumping all over the place. Phil, this is my favorite part. Indiana may have won, but he just can't say it, can he? He just can't acknowledge. Indiana may have won, but Miami had chances to win that game. Just like the Bears had chances to win the Rams game. Are we saying the Rams won, but you weren't saying that yesterday? The Blue Bloods will be back and order will be restored. You just don't know how to give credit. You don't know how to give credit. Just like basketball, when the Blue Bloods are winning and dominating, the sport is at its best. Will definitely return for college football. Yet you're going to find out, as we did at the Rose Bowl, that it'll probably be one of the highest rated games in history. The Rose Bowl was the highest rated CFP game ever, Phil. Okay? John Harbaugh introduced today by the Giants, working the crowd like a stand-up comic. Should be a great fit in New York. I think so. Cap, Championship Sunday will definitely be off the charts. Obviously, Cap not doing the show, so you're welcome. Yours truly is here. You can have Cap the rest of the week. Looks like there will be the best 4 teams in the NFL playing for a spot in the Super Bowl. Will both be great games. Allen, Miami showed their dirty play and the refs were god-awful. IU showed their class and what they did was just amazing. Their officiating was absolutely atrocious last night. And quite frankly, it's been atrocious in a storyline for way too many games in football. But my God. I mean, that dirty-ass hit on Mendoza, what are we doing? Lip, Cracker Barrel is very good. Waffle House is the GOAT. I'm staring at the Waffle House. I made a late vote for the Waffle House. Just for the record, Lip, yet another reason you and I are on the same page. Waffle House, definitely the ghost. Or the GOAT. Stay warm, recap merch. The Colston Loveland one, that's the brand new one, 3rd and Colston. I know the Bears are out, but it's still great. Jimmy, I give the Bears credit for having a good season. We will back in the playoffs next year, compete for the Super Bowl title. Chicago has a national champion. LOL, says Bradley. Kurt, with the upcoming CBA and MLB, can they avoid a strike with Major League Baseball wanting to get all 30 of the RSNs? How can they convince the Dodgers and Yankees to give up their advantages? There will be a grandfather clause for the players who are currently signed to deals. You can't cut loose a TV deal that's already signed. Can't do it. That deal is locked in. Eric, congrats to your Indiana Hoosiers on winning the title last night. Hell of a turnaround. Signetti is the real deal. Jess says get the pot roast scuffed. Good choice on a cold day. I threw a few suggestions at the wife. Oh. Chili soup of the day. Boo. Love Cracker Barrel best fried chicken. Okay, maybe I'm the one. Maybe I'm the one. Congrats to IU. A lot of Hoosiers took over Dade and Broward County and are still going at it. I'm sure they are. I saw the scene last night. I sent it to my buddy, my best friend Doug, who went to Indiana, and we were texting late into the night. This was a scene in Bloomington last night. Look at that. That's the scene in Bloomington, Indiana last night. If you've been to Bloomington downtown, that was at 1 a.m. Pretty amazing. Where's Phil? Interesting poll. Fire the OC. I think Declan is going to be tough to have on this team, assuming he does not get poached. I didn't do the poll. My guys who run the chat, I would not fire the OC. Declan Doyle is going to probably get a job eventually. Come on, Phil. Enough with this nonsense. You were wrong. You won the title fair and square. It showcased they were the best team all year. Take your L and move forward. Onward, man. Oh, here we go. My wife even said, I wonder if a start bench cut will happen. Start IHOP, bench Waffle House, cut Cracker Barrel. Okay. I'm going to go start Waffle House, bench the barrel, cut IHOP. No way. I forgot about IHOP. Indiana is only good because in this age of cash, in the NIL, they have Cuban and Mellencamp financing a roster of semi-pros. Indiana has no 5-star recruits, Kurt. And those guys, Cuban didn't start paying in until last year and said, keep Signetti. Ohio State, like that front 4 last night of Miami, 3 are going to be in the NFL. That's the way it's lined up, by the way, now. Don't blame Indiana. Which one were you talking about, Sagi? Hate to tell you, Phil, Indiana isn't going anywhere anytime soon. The days of the Blue Bloods dominating the sport are over, as the NIL and portal have leveled the playing field. Cap, you look younger. Not Josh. I'm hoping Cubs can sign Zach Gallen today. Someone needs to dethrone LA, and the NL Cubs have the best shot to do it. Christopher, I'm not putting that up there. I'm ahead of the game, not doing that crap. So you need to come with that stuff. We're not doing it. Just saying. Kyle, looks like we got a Chelsea-Bayern bidding war. Jess, this has to be the hardest start bench cut yet. Start Cracker, bench Waffle, cut IHOP. We're pretty close there. Kyle, start Cracker Barrel, bench IHOP, cut Waffle House. Never had a good experience at Waffle House. Wow. Chris, I'm banning. You're getting muted today. Not because of what you said about the Bears still suck, but I'm not putting the other crap up there. So You want to come in here and stir the pot, that's fine. But you're not going to do it degrading anybody or any group of people. Okay? Can you get the Hooters cheeseburger there? They have the hamburger steak. Sorry, hard pass. Hard pass. Start bench cut. Waffle House, Cracker. See, Lip Ripper and I again. Signetti's a very good coach, but Indiana doesn't win with all that cash. I'm sorry, Kurt. Is there a school that doesn't win with all the cash? Texas Tech paid $28 million for their roster. Ohio State had $26 million roster. Corey, congrats to Hoosier Nation. Horrible refs. What the hell were they watching? It's unbelievable. You call 15 degree, negative 15 cold. My 12-year-olds had their first baseball practice outside today. Get out there. Love it. Thomas, big cap hit. Really big cap hit. And are you sure about, I said this last night with a buddy, you better be sure that Roma Dunze is the guy. And I'm not sure. Big year ahead for Roma Dunze. Really big year. Jess says Doyle will stay for at least one more season before he's poached. Probably. Need to break our tie after splitting games on the pitch. Go Blues. Denny's is way better than IHOP. I agree, but I would cut them both. I would cut them both. Lip, we got plenty. Denny's are closing left and right, but there's still plenty in Chicago. Hopefully on those guys. That Miami defensive line, man. Give me any of them for the Bears. Start barrel, bench waffle, cut IHOP. Just preferred breakfast places: Desplaines, Pancake House, and Walker Brothers. I've had a couple spots. I like some of the brunch spots too. The voice, Tyler. Congrats to the Hoosiers. It just seems out of school that it's been bad for so long can get that good that fast. It's not their fault. Just the way college sports are with the NIL. Guys, the coach is pretty damn good too. How early do the guys playing in the WBC have to report to spring training? I don't think it's going to be much early. They'll all go down early anyway now. Here after these conventions, they'll start going down to Arizona by the 1st. Kyle agrees with Lip. Let's get one of those guys on the Bears. Money doesn't buy championships. Hard work and the right guys. Look at Indiana's roster. How many 2-star guys there are. Roma's not ready to be number one yet. Too many drops. Then I be careful about trading DJ. I'm keeping him. Denny's is good. So is Denny Crane from Boston Legal. Indiana 16-0. Hasn't been done since Yale in 1894. The Dunze doesn't have to be the guy. He has to be a solid number 2 or even 3. In my opinion, Burden is the one. I don't think Luther Burden has a high football IQ. I do not. I'm not making him the one. I'm worried about Rome. I just don't think, I really don't, I think if you can get Burden the ball in space, yes. Just telling you guys, you better be sure you want to move on from DJ Moore. King, Guff, Chicago sports was terrific mostly. Cubs in the division series and Bears as well. 2026 will be awesome, and you are an incredible person. I appreciate that, King. You just made my day, man. Guff, how do you feel about Halfley going to Miami? I'm ecstatic. F Green Bay. Yeah, let them figure it out. They could have all the talent paid for in the world, but the coach still has to put it all together. Amen. How about that call on 4th and 5? That was a coach looking at the situation, bringing the kicking unit onto the field and saying, no, doesn't feel right. Now, if I was able, in this particular part of where I'm at in this fine country right now, I would love to go to a Hooters, but there's not one available. But there are 11 in Chicagoland, and they're honoring your No Juice Januaries with a non-alcoholic Michelob, and they're still doing the party packs of 25 and 50 wings. This is the greatest. Great place to watch the games, even though the Bears aren't playing. It's conference title weekend. I saw Hooters last night was packed up by me for the Indiana game. So Hooters, great, proud sponsor and partner of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. The great $9.99 lunch specials. I wish I could have a couple of those right now. Go to Hooters Original, Hooters.com, order.hooters.com, proud partner of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. Luther is the wide receiver that thrives in space after the catch, but not a jump ball guy. And he's another guy that's ran the wrong route several times this year. Thomas, the Bears are not cutting DJ loose to the Packers. No chance. Anyone explain yet why DJ Moore didn't finish the route versus the Rams? Not really. He just cut it off. But I'm being honest. You better be careful because that guy the last month stepped up. Blackhawks only 4 points behind for the playoff spot. We want another playoff team in Chicago. Let's go. I saw somebody too. Luther is a number one. I agree. His IQ. Remember when Caleb got in his ass because he didn't run the route? He still needs to learn a lot. Pablo watches the film. The 4th and 5 play goes to show how much Signetti actually studies his opponents. He flat out said they ran the same formation, but they blocked it different. It was awesome. But did you see how energetically Rome put those overcoats on everyone on the sidelines? 9th overall pick, folks. Time to take all the support from the Bears and turn it into the Hawks. The kids are fun and feisty. Does Indiana repeat? It's really hard to. They'll have a new quarterback. It won't be his brother who's going to enter the portal. It'll be the kid from TCU. It's going to be hard. I think it's hard for anybody to repeat, so I'll say no. But I think they're going to be a force. Yeah, Lip, is the NBA over yet, right? Still having a hard time after the Bears lose. We should have won the dang game. Randall, that's how I feel. I feel a little bit better than I did yesterday, but it still sucks. Worst front office in sports, the Bulls. I think so. That's how you become a member of the fam. And Jess, DJ Moore was battling multiple injuries, helped us get into the overtime. Sorry you can't replace toughness like DJ has. Roman Luther are not ready to take number one. I agree. I absolutely agree. Let's go, and I hope our guys watching. Dog of the Day, in partnership with Pause for Patrick, who have helped over 30,000 adolescents facing mental health challenges since 2020. Today, look at these guys. Our dog of the day, Skylar and Bodie. Our guy Brett Kaplan submitted his for the dog of the day. He's got dogs of the day. You could be the dog of the day if you email me like Brett did at recapoffice@gmail.com. Look at Skylar and Bodie, how beautiful those two dogs are. Talk about a photo shoot, photogenic. Folks, mental health is a pandemic, especially for adolescents in this country. Many of the facilities are full, and what Pause for Patrick is trying to do is put therapy dogs full-time into these facilities. You could help. Text RECAP25 to 44321 to support Pause for Patrick's life-changing mission. Go to pauseforpatrick.org to learn more. $1, $5, anything you can do to help. Beautiful dogs, Skylar and Bodie. I appreciate the hell out of my guy, Brett. Is he chiming in here? I don't see him. 2 for 1. That's awesome. They look so pretty. What a great photo. Was Ben asked about not icing the kicker? I think he was on Sunday. Indiana is still loaded. They won't repeat, but they'll be in the playoffs again. AK is not getting fired. He just got extended. I do think they're going to make a trade, though. Even though, like you said, Ellie, yesterday, 3 years too late. Help a longtime Bulls fan understand why Jerry won't do anything about AK. He did. He extended him, and it's horrible. Randall, Blackhawks are on the rise, just like the Bears. The next 8 to 10 years are going to be fun. I saw somebody say, can you swap out both recaps for Hawks recaps? The noise is loud. We hear you. So keep in mind, we'll keep an eye on it. If you want to send your dog to recapoffice@gmail.com, go ahead and do so. Let's do bet of the day. Now, I did lay the 8.5 last night with the Hoosiers. Okay, so that's fine. I thought that they were going to score, go up 10. At the end of the game, it was going to be a double-double. We were going to cash. Life happens. But the Hoosiers won the national title. You know where I'm going back to today? Miami of Ohio. There's two things I like about Miami of Ohio as they try to get to 20-0. Playing at Kent State today. Kent State's 14-4, pretty damn good team. Pretty much getting a pick 'em here, and I'm getting plus money odds for a team that's 19-0 and can score 100 points. They're averaging in the mid-90s. Their team total is 83.5. I like the over of 83.5, and I'm going to lay the 1.5 here with Miami of Ohio at minus 1.5. Plus 102? Okay. Lip Ripper giving us a soccer pick. I love when he goes corner kicks. When Lip Ripper goes corner pick, exactly. We always go back to the well when you can. They did not cover over the weekend. They were laying a monster number, 10.5, almost lost. It ended up beating, I think it was Buffalo, 105-102 in overtime. Think I'm looking at Miami of Ohio much? Sleeper team in the tournament. They're ranked in the top 25 now. Tyler, any chance the White Sox sign an impactful player before spring training? Could still use an outfielder. I hope so. Talked about this on the White Sox Recap podcast. I will have GM Chris Getz in studio next week to have a podcast. So submit your questions. Let's get him in. Get back on the horse. Top Guff. Let's go. Definitely need Blackhawks recaps, Randall. You're not the only one saying that. I hear you. Dustin, problem with the Bulls are they have become the Steelers of the NBA. I don't think that's a disservice to the Steelers. They aren't good enough to be taken seriously, but not bad enough to miss the playoffs. They're mid and mid gets in. Play-in tournament doesn't count. I didn't get a chance to bet them this weekend, so let's get them back on track. That's why I didn't win. Isaiah, what a year. Fun being in here. Crushing loss for both teams. Go Pack Go, and battles are coming in the future. Micah and Kraft are coming. The rivalry's good again. Isaiah, I appreciate you coming in and out of here all year as a member, a good fan of the Packers. I love the back and forth, and we definitely know the rivalry's back. Guys, they're not doing Hawks recaps unless they make the playoffs, maybe. We'll see, Thomas. I'm not going to say no on that. Which one of the White Sox Tread Academy pitchers are you? I don't know. I think the question's mislabeled there, but I definitely think Hagen Smith's the one I'm most looking forward to. Speaking of the Bulls, when did mediocrity become tolerable? It hasn't, ever. Isaiah is definitely greater than Ken. Ken can, Difference between the Bulls and Steelers are the Rooneys will spend monies and the Reinsdorf won't. And the Steelers have had winning records, folks. There's the bet of the day. We're laying the 1.5 at plus 102. I'm going to put a bow on this one and jump out and then give you over to Cap the rest of the week, Wednesday through Friday. I most likely will not be able to do Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Lip Ripper. Enjoy the cracker. Have a great rest of your day. I will, my man. I will. Let's bet the Redhawks. Get the Redhawks in. Let's get to 10 wins this month. And for you, Phil, who doesn't appear to be here anymore, Hoosiers! That's for you, my friend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Get outside. I know it's cold. Get some fresh air. And I enjoy the hell out of you guys, and I won't see you the rest of the week. I'll try to submit a bet of the day to Cap. But let's see. Maybe Cap will give a bet of the day and go from there. I'm Guff. It's the Recap Lunch Hour. We do it every day, Monday through Friday at 12:30. I love this fam. You guys know it. Thanks for letting me come to you. Today, it's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. Order.hooters.com. Have it delivered straight to your office, your door, etc. Tonight, 8 o'clock, we have the whole band, Cap, Olin, Tom Waddle, and Alex Brown. Put a bow on the season finale of Studio 41, Football Recap Live. 8 o'clock tonight, Studio 41, Football Recap Live. All four guys will be breaking down the devastating loss to the Rams. And, talking about what's next for the Chicago Bears. And we have a Bulls recap, rush hour. So plenty of content here on the channel. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on Monday. And thank you guys for your support while I have to step away for some family.